This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Live at iWatch News Center, Manila. Today's headlines: pork barrel to be abolished. Napoles ordered arrested.
Labuyo stings Northern Luzon. 5 Wind affected some part of Luzon.
Parokya frontman seeks NBI to help him on his leaked sex video.
Some of the legislators filed a bill to abolish the issue about the pork barrel, while the Department of Budget tightened the selection of projects to be funded using the pork barrel for it not to be used in any anomaly projects. Jamero reporting.
The root of the corruption is the billion pesos of pork barrel funds. This is the notion of the some legislators from the group of Makabayan, so they filed proposal to abolish it. Not just the pork barrel of legislators that they want to be abolished, but also with the president's pork barrel. They urge the president not to include in the budget proposal next year the pork barrel, but based from the Department of Budget and Management that the funds are already reserved that reaches up to 27 billion pesos. This is the same from the budget allotment this 2013. But DBM assured that they began to steps to ensure the pork barrel will not used in corruption.
Make sure that the menu of the project hews closely to the priorities of the administration.
According to Abad, COA is auditing all projects that was funded by PDAP. But according also to Makabayan that the limitation of ghost projects are proof that there are still projects that was infiltrated. For iWatch News TV, Jamero reporting.
Janet Lim Napoles was still arresting by DCP Regional Crown Court that the mastermind of 10 billion peso pork barrel scam. Aside from Napoles, his brother Rowena Lim is also included in this issue. Now live at NBI, James Lim reporting. James, is there any movement of NBI to arrest Napoles and Lim?
Yes, Gerwil. We're trying to catch up here the latest about arresting Napoles and his brother, while DOJ Secretary Dilemma confirmed a while ago the warrant of arrest to them from Makati RTC branch 150 at 4 p.m. It is based from the serious illegal detention that was filed by the team of pork barrel scam whistleblower Ben-Hur Louis. Louis was former employer of Napoles GLN Group of companies. He accused both Napoles and Lim of illegal detention, December last year up to March this year, to prevent him in revealing his awareness in the controversies about 782 million pesos fertilizer fund scam. Louis added that the Napoles built a secret fake 20 NGOs and foundation just to use the pork barrel of legislators that Napoles denied it at first. Napoles said that it all comes from her legitimate business and their own resources. But Secretary Dilemma mandated the immigration that they had to place both Napoles and Lim in the lookout order last August 5. She added that there is no bail in the case of the siblings. So Dilemma immediately mandated the NBI to get a copy of warrant of arrest and arrest of both of them.
Warrant of arrest has been issued by Branch 150 ITC Makati late this afternoon, and that no bail. Well, the investigation will continue. This case, so it doesn't matter whether or not it should be paying in another case. And we are committed, NBI is committed to actually continue with the investigation on the DAF and even the Malampaya Fund scam as exposed to the whistleblowers.
Gerwil, here at NBI remains silence, but we know that there are 4 NBI teams outside that looking for the siblings to be arrested, and if this mission succeed, Napoles and Lim will be staying at the custodial sanctuary of NBI. iWatch News TV, James Lim reporting.
Thank you so much, James Lim. Now, let's get the latest situation in Aurora Well, Glenn Michael is on the line to give us update. Glenn?
Yes, Gerwil, since devastation here in Casiguran, Aurora, one of the hardest hit places in Aurora province, after Super Typhoon Laboyo made landfall here in Aurora earlier this morning. Now that you can see in the video, there are numbers of houses that had been destroyed, but according to the municipal government of Casiguran, almost 80% of infrastructure in this town has been destroyed, including schools, road, and including houses. Gerwil, Casiguran is now isolated from the rest of Aurora. There's no cell phone signal here. There's no other way of communication, but because there are transmission lines that are damaged by the typhoon. Gerwil, the municipal government here is having a hard time assessing the damage because the trees are blocking the roads, even the concrete lampposts.
Glenn, you also said that even schools had been damaged. And we know that usually it's the school that's an evacuation center. So where are those families brought now that the school is also destroyed?
Yes, Gerwil. I see people now just getting material, what they need from the houses that were destroyed and trying to rebuild their houses. We have not seen evacuees right now inside the facilities here because most of them, Gerwil, are also damaged. So they're trying to make up what they have and trying to repair the houses that were destroyed during the typhoon. Gerwil?
Thank you for that update, Glenn.
Coming up next, typhoon affected some parts of northern Luzon. Parokya Frontline seeks NBI to help him on his lip sex videos.
I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. No, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press me, the fire they sing. Act like you know we go. I know what both don't know. Touch them up and go. This is changing. Here come the upstepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Pick up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. Here come the upstepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer.
Live and exclusive.
The challenge is now over 16 hours.
7 hours to go for the non-blinking world record.
I'd fall for deep dark rounded eyes. As far as I can tell, we're okay.
eyes on this one Asian woman.
We are counting down the minutes to a new world record.
Typhoon Maring affected some parts of Luzon like Pampanga, Bulacan, Cavite, Parañaque, and Marikina. Now live at Marikina, Raphy Jamero will give us updates. Raphy?
Yes, Gerwil. We are here in Marikina. We're trying to catch up the latest about the fast movement of water level here in Marikina that Typhoon Maring caused.
As you can see, the water level already reached the errant mirror, and you can hear the loud sirens, meaning that the population of Marikina should have really to evacuate on a nearer evacuation center. The city government also of Marikina announces that the Marikina is in a fourth alarm. Also, all people are still advised to monitor the next hour of the day.
This is Raphy Jamero reporting iWatch News weather updates.
Thank you so much, Raphy, for that update.
Rock singer Gita Miranda formally asked the NBI to track down whoever stole and exposed his sex video with his girlfriend, more than a week after the clip was surfaced on the internet, while Miranda already asked sorry for his family.
Di nyo kami matitinan. This is the caption that Chito posted on his Instagram account after a sex video leaked on different social sites. As of now, no one knows who stole the hard drive from his room and can be prosecuted based from RA 9995 of Anti-Photo and Voyeurism Act of 2009. Voyeurism Act of 2009 stated that not the only ones who uploaded the video will be prosecuted but also those people who shared the video in their own social networking sites and blog sites are also be prosecuted and will be punished of 7 years imprisonment or up to $5 million fine.
So lahat po ng gawin mo sa internet ay magkakaroon po ng record o tracks kung paano nga ikaw ay nakapag-upload o na-access mo ang isang website at ito po ay ating makukuha sa ating pag-iimbestiga. Huwag nang i-record o huwag nang picturean kung meron nang gagawin. Kung hindi naman po maiwasan, kung meron kayong ginawang gano'n na video, picture, or kung ano man, isecure po ninyong mabuti at siguraduhin po ninyong hindi ito mananakaw. Sapagkat pag ito po yung nanakaw, sigurado pong pagpepestahan.
Canadian authorities released Coromon Tate's cause of death is mixed toxicity of drugs with alcohol and heroin. Remember, Cor went to rehab this past April. We actually got video incoming of LX with them Shell where they look great. But most interesting is how the Glee fans reacted that this cause of death from this drug.
Proud to be Filipino as Gilas Pilipinas won the victory fight against South Korea as they jump into the World Cup that will be held in Spain. For more reports, Renz Cabangon reporting.
Yes, Roger. The game became intense against the counter of Philippines and Korea in the continuity of FIBA Asia Basketball Championship.
The game became intense between Philippines and Korea in the progression of FIBA Asia Basketball Championship. At the beginning of the game, Jeff Chan led Gilas with his triple shots.
Game ng Team Pilipinas, yung ating depensa.
At the first quarter, Korea really showed a good offense but Gilas was get over from it. Korea tried to make a basket but Gilas did a good defense. At second quarter, Kim Min-ho led Korea to have the lead 36-39. Korea tried to have their lead up to third quarter, but Jason Castro made a couple of baskets. Korea still had the lead 56-65 at the end of third quarter, but Gilas quickly changed the momentum after showing their good offense. More than 30 seconds before the game ends, Gilas really showed their willingness to advance in finals.
Seconds to work with. Jimmy launches it.
For more than 30 years, Gilas beat the Korea at the score of 86-79. That's why they really want to thank for all the support of their countrymen. And because of it, Gilas are now qualified in World Cup that will be held in Spain next year.
Thank you, Roger. This is Renz Cabangon for iWatch Sports.
Typhoon Nando is now approaching some parts of Batanes group of islands. As of now, Batanes raised public storm warning signal number 1.
The eye of the typhoon was last sighted by Pag-asa at the distance of 220 kilometers in northeast Basco Batanes. It brings the strong wind that reaches 75 kilometers per hour near the center and blast that reaches to 90 kilometers per hour. It acts at the northwest at the speed of 15 kilometers per hour. It is possible to get out of the Philippines area responsibility or PAR this upcoming Thursday. Typhoon Nando will continuously strengthen the southwest monsoon based from Pag-asa, and all people is still advised to monitor the latest weather updates.
This is John Luis Sismundo. I watch weather.
That ends up our news today.
Catch up for our next live shows. This is Gerwil Baceloña
And Roger Yayon
for our News TV.
ตัวนั้นต้องใส่จะเป็นแฟนมันแน่ๆเลยน่ะ
ฟริกซี่บอร์ดตั้งแต่แรกทำไม
ฟ้าแตกเป็นเรื่องใหญ่